When you're 8 or 9 years old, your view of the world might be a little different than an adult's, but young kids still have issues that matter to them. In tonight's Education Matters, Juanita Stevenson joins us with how they're being taught that they can make a difference. Juanita.
Well, civic learning has become one of the core missions of educators, teaching young people to be responsible, participating citizens in their communities. At John Wash Elementary School, third graders are learning just that.
You want something that's going to grab your viewers' attention.
They are only 8 and 9 years old, and they are working on a project that would rival anything you or I would tackle.
The project we're working on here is to stop civic learning, to stop littering.
This is the issue third graders at John Wash Elementary School in the Sanger Unified School District deemed was one of the most important in their community.
Litter is getting worse because it's growing and growing.
8-year-old Allison Tran and her classmates reached this conclusion after doing their research.
We had decided that at third grade it would be easiest for them to go out and take pictures in the community, and then they brought those pictures in and they conducted an analysis of those pictures and identified things, and they used their math skills, their graphing skills, to then graph what they had noticed and observed in the pictures.
And what did they see walking home from school, visiting the park or the grocery store? They saw litter, trash, and they didn't like it.
I was thinking, it's not good because, maybe when you're, riding a bike or something and then there's litter and you don't see it, probably your bike can fall over or something.
The students, with the guidance of their teachers, came up with an action plan. They would create a public service announcement.
In our PSA, we have to tell people how they can help.
They would develop posters and write letters to the editor.
We decided that we're writing the letter to people in the community.
And they would organize a community cleanup.
What we hope that they take away is that they have a voice, they have a powerful voice, and they have the power to make the change that they want to see in their communities when they work together.
The project is part of John Wash Elementary's new emphasis on civic learning, showing students that there are many ways for them to get involved in their community. Principal Amy Jones began this focus after applying for and being awarded the Bonner Award from Fresno State's Bonner Center for Character Education and Citizenship.
It's always been a character award, but that they were including civic learning as a part of that character piece was really compelling to me.
Jones became even more convinced this was a discipline she wanted to teach at her school after reading and studying research that showed being civic-minded is learned.
We looked at the research and seeing that our high school seniors and our high school juniors just don't understand how the framework of what our founding fathers had set up as a government in the Constitution. They just don't have that knowledge, so it has to be taught. And it has to be taught at an early age.
When these third graders see one of their PSAs air on television, or see one of their letters in the newspaper, or the results of a community cleanup day, they really will believe they have the power.
We are the future. We have the power. We are the agents of change.
The agents of change.
I love it.
Well, John Wash has been a civic learning school for not even 2 years, and already people are wanting to model after their programs.
Well, it's such a good lesson that will obviously impact these kids their whole life and our communities.
Yeah, and it was just
sense.
so neat being in there and watching them develop this whole project. So they're going to have a community-wide cleanup soon, so I'm looking forward to that.
We'll all benefit from that.
Yes, we will.
Thank you, Juanita.